We go from the rock, and then we go down on a little roll. That's right, a little rock and a little roll. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tuesday with Todd, 9/9 edition, September 9th. And what are we talking about tonight? Multi-decoration designs. Multi-deck. That's what we're doing. I'm going to tell you how I screwed up. You want to know why? Because I'm a normal person, and I am not perfect. Ever do something, and as soon as you do it, you're like, yep, that's what I did. So I'm going to tell you about multi-deck, and then I'm going to tell you, some things that I learned along the way that I forgot and that I remembered as soon as I closed the press. Right. Welcome one, welcome all. Remember, it's your first time here, long time here. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, how the weather is, all that. Wait, we do that in the morning. At night, who's drinking? It has been a day. Let me give you an update on how this show works. Traditionally, yes, it was a demo, and we go over and we show stuff, and we do stuff. But guess what? That was then. This is now. Will it come back? Yes. And we're going to talk about in the State of the Union, TRW State of the Union. Somebody said they really like that on updated on things. So I'm going to talk about where everything is now currently with TRW. I can't even speak. So how everything has come along with that. Then we are going to drop the design. We'll put that in there. And then we are going to go ahead and we'll talk about each of the material. I've got a chart from Caesar. I'm going to drop a link into. I'll get all the links from everything that I use tonight. And then we're going to talk about some stuff. Right. That's what we're going to do. And the dog's barking. Dog knew. Haven't heard the dog for like 3 hours. Dog's like, Dad's going live. Watch this stuff. So, Carol, good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, good evening. Jocelyn, hello. How are you today? Hi, Ronnie. Hey, Debbie. Carol got some birch. So I got to go up here. Birch plywood, 24 by 24. $6 each local. Think of making wood poster paint and put vinyl on the seal for Christmas. Ooh, I like that. You got to post the pictures of it. That's what we got to see. Hi, Betty from Ronnie. Hey, Debbie from Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. Carol, I have so many things to do before Christmas projects, right? We're planning now. But he was a person who buys skids to make things and sells cheap for crafters. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's always great when you have a connection like that. Had to bring it up, didn't you? Had to bring it up. I was in our phone chat with a few friends and that, and I'm like, going into halftime, I'm like, I would prefer to be on the other side of this. Roles are reversed because you know what's going to happen. When the roles are reversed, we come back in the last 2 minutes and make a good game of it, and something's going to happen. That's what happened. Super Bears, Super Bowl, Super Duds. That's what we got there. Do we know if there's a video that shows how to resize stone fonts in Wizard? You select them all, and then you just hit the size button, right? Yeah, right. You just select them all and hit the size button. That's all you got to do on that. Kim, good evening to you. I just watched the last quarter. That was enough. Hometown boy did them in. It was not fun. Not fun. Raymond, good evening. It's time to learn something. I'm hoping everybody walks away with learning something tonight. Neither am I. Kind of used to it by now, right? When was last time? 2008, 2007, somewhere around there. I think that was the last time we were in the Super Bowl against the Colts. Looked good. Finished horrible right there. Pilar, thanks for checking in. TRW crew, how's everyone doing tonight? Don't forget to smash the like button first, please. I need comments, I need likes, I need shares. That's what we need. Comments, likes, and shares. I saw Eric in here too. Eric's somewhere around here. Hey, Eric, right? Where? I think I scrolled. Not that I didn't scroll past you. Linda, hello to you. Linda got in on the deal today because if you didn't know, if you're a Hall of Fame member, we found some color charts from 2021. There's only 10 of them. The color charts, we'll talk about this tonight because this is where it kind of got us on the multi-deck thing, where it'll show us our different options so you can actually see it. And so I found 10 of them, listed them on the site. And Hall of Fame crew, they got the first crack at them. I'm not sure how many are left. I haven't looked and see. They could all be gone. But that's the benefit of being a Hall of Fame member is first run stuff like that. Just like we put this design. If you're any member, we got this. Hashtag, what'd you do with the hashtag, Pilar? Hashtag TRW crew? Is that what we did for it? And we're gonna see what you're gonna do, because then we're gonna make some stuff for it. We're gonna issue you some credits. I want to see what you do. Try to be, Linda. We're trying to make that. Keith, good afternoon. Not good morning. It was there. There it is there. Peg, good morning. I did it again. One of these times I will get it right. Ronnie, happy Tuesday to you. Mary, thank you for becoming a member. Very nice. Thank you. Oh, there's a gnat or something that was just right there. Welcome to Major League, Mary. Welcome to Major League. Don't peel the carry off the holographic until you're done. Maybe. We'll see You guys are gonna do it. I did not get crushed under anything. There was some HTV that decided to take a tumble for it. So there. Been with TRW for like 9 to 10 years. Been top 5. I think you've been longer than that, Jerry. I think it was pre-COVID. I want to say it's longer than that. I want to say it's like 7 years. That's there. Yeah, I know. Tim messaged me right after it. Kelly, how do I put? Oh, I can put Kelly in timeout for that. Pretty sure I can put Kelly in timeout for that. Yeah. That's what I can do. How do you create the scatter effect? You use the Rhinestone Wizard, of course. You do some paths. You do some reduction of stones, and you make it work right through there. Check out our YouTube channel. We have tons of video on it. In fact, I think Pilar's last All-Star training was on scatters, right? Pilar? Scatters was the last one that we did last month for it. There it is, right there. June Hall of Fame class. That was 2 ago. Oh, man, it seems like forever ago. Let's see. I was out with the pups and missed the Hall of Fame today. Well, you can go back and watch it, right? You can go back and watch it. With Silver CS Hollow, keep the carry on till all done pressing. Maybe I did not do that correctly. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. Yes, right there. Yeah, it does. Kelly's back in good grace. Back in the good grace there. Yep. Okay, so here's some things that we got. Let's talk where we are in TRW land. First up, shipping. We're shipping 1 to 3 business days. In the 3 business days is if we're out of something that we haven't found yet. We're really looking for it before we say, hey, it's out of stock or something, because we have found a lot of things that are available on the website that there's just no stock of. And so we're not sure, there should be a buffer on it. And then we noticed that a lot of the buffers weren't on there. Could be that, there's multiple reasons why it's not there. So in those instances, you would see an OOS on your ticket, on your pick ticket, on your packing slip. And I believe Corey was trying to make sure that she got notes on everybody's stuff, where you have the option, store credit for it, or you can wait and see, when it comes back in. For stones, they're about 3 to 4 weeks out on stuff. We got everything figured out with them 3 to 4 weeks out, but we're pulling stuff off so that way it doesn't go there. It's part of the learning curve and process of all of that. So we're working through those. We had a nice order to bring stock levels back, so we're working through that. Things that have been added is the 12.5-inch transfer tape has been added back, and the 9.5-inch transfer tape has been added back in. So we got a limited supply of that, but we have more coming. So it was kind of in the stages thing. So that is back in stock. You can get both of those. And then just about an hour ago, Easy Weed White 20-inch was put back in stock because that showed up today. So little by little, we're getting things back to where they were, but a lot is just going through it. The stones was kind of the important thing. What do we have? Let's put it in some sort of order. Let's get it so it's easy to pick on things. So I know for a fact that even some orders that were placed this morning shipped out today. Why? Because I pulled those orders. And Corey shipped those out. So I do know that in some instances, even same day shipping on it. But we're saying 1 to 3 business days to make sure, to cover everything for it. So there's that. We've got white Easy Weed that came back in stock. We got the acrylic hotfix transfer tape, 12.5-inch and 9.5-inch that's back in stock. And there are some things that are out of stock, but we're trying to get them deleted off the site. And if there's a way to substitute it with something, we are doing that. We're reaching out and things like there. But thank you for sticking with us through all this. And I guarantee you things will get better. So that is kind of on the shipping side of it. Now, where are we on everything else? Well, we're in September. The goal was Wizard 6 releasing October 1st. Still the goal. Will it happen? We'll know as it gets closer. Wizard 6 is still the goal for October 1st. The next goal was to have the CAMS machines back online by October 1st. Will that happen? There's a great possibility that that's going to happen because the next big thing that needs to happen is we've got rhinestones sorted, got them organized. Now it's to the vinyl room to do the same thing in there. So everything is alphabetized. Everything's going to be easy to pull because that just makes things a lot easier, especially when you're not sure, when things aren't labeled and you're looking for tan or cashew or light apricot, and they're kind of the same. So when it's not labeled and you're trying to do stuff here, having them in alphabetical order will make it nice for that. So that's the project that we should have done by the end of the week, making sure everything's organized through there. Ton of specialty stuff. So the strip flock, the holographics, the glitters, tons of that in stock available, ready to go right now. So that is pretty sweet. And then by October 1st, we're still on pace to have our Gangify system integrated with TRW. So you'll be able to order DTF transfers right through TRW. You'll have access to thousands of ready-to-print commercial licensed designs. So you can just, I like that for Halloween. I like that for Christmas. I like that for breast cancer awareness. You can add all those to your gang sheet. So those are the things that are coming up. Build out is still happening, so we can get the CAMS machines here. We're hoping to start that. Let me look at this kind of schedule of events. We are looking to start that probably the middle of next week. That's what we're shooting for there, so that way we can have it back on by October 1st. So those are things that we're working on. Upcoming events. Next Wednesday is going to be the webinar, and that one is all going to be about a push for fourth quarter. We're going to give you your roadmap for successful fourth quarter, and stay tuned for details on that. Need to get that set up. It's on my goal sheet to get that at least set up so that way you can purchase it, and it gives me the week to put everything with it. But there will be forms, there will be checklists, there will be all kinds of stuff in there to be able to help you have a successful fourth quarter. I love doing this one. I've done it for probably the last 5 or 6 years in various forms across various platforms. And this is one of my favorite ones to do because we can put those real world things to test. So that's coming up there. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Somebody tell me, am I missing questions, comment, concerns? Let me know. Am I missing something in there? Ronnie's in the middle of doing over 300 cheer shirts. There we go. A couple days ago, I put a back design on the front of a shirt. Realized it a second after I closed the press. Never seen a transfer stick better, faster. Yep. We're going to talk about how I screwed stuff up there, Ronnie. Please remember too, once it leaves our hands, we have no control over how fast delivery. Yeah. Once it leaves here, it's in the hands of the shipping gods. So let's touch on that real quick. We're getting everything out, in a timely manner now. We went from, hey, things were shipping out to, 15 business days to now everything's shipping out to 1 to 3. So we were able to clear that up. Once it leaves our hands, listen, I don't have drivers on payroll. So I don't have pilots on payroll. I don't have, any of those on payroll. Once it leaves and we drop it off and it gets scanned in, we're at the mercy of the shipper, whether that's USPS, FedEx, or UPS. We're just at the mercy of them. We can't really control anything with them. On that, if you have issues with orders, whether there's things out of stock, shipping issues, things like that, when you email in at info@therhinestone.world, a couple things will really, expedite your answer. Your full name, that's helpful. Your order number, super helpful. When we have these two things, your order number, we can look that up. Your email, we can, your phone or your name, we can look that up. Your email. But sometimes your account isn't under your email that you're currently using. So then we spend time looking. Always include your order number in anytime you email in. And the most important part about me and all that, be nice to customer service. What'd they do to you besides answer your questions? They're doing the best they can with the information that they're given. And sometimes they don't have all the information. Like, we don't know why this ship went from here to here to there to here to back to here, then over here and that. It's called a misload. And that happens in the shipping industry all the time. Not our fault, not our customer service team's fault, but man, people get upset about that. So just, remember the thing, be kind, rewind, be kind, relax. That's all we got to do. Good afternoon, Jose. How are you doing today? Yeah, that's a rough lesson to learn, Ronnie. Hopefully you have extra blanks. We're still testing out 6 to be sure it's as great as it can be. Yeah, and there's a couple things that the great thing about when we're going to the subscription side of it is if there's parts of it that aren't working, we can pull those out and release them. So if there's something that isn't working that we want it to on a consistent basis, we can just pull it off. And then once we have that dialed in, then add it back in there and you'll be set, ready to go. Yep. Barb ordered one of the Caesar books. Yeah. Goals are great to have. Yes, they are. That's why we do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Makers and Movers podcast. Our goal of 5 things that we're going to do for it. Oh, yeah. I know. I make mistakes, so I always order extra blanks and transfers. And then you end up with a mountain of blanks, don't you? Yeah. Don't you? Jerry, under 50 low is chilly. Next 2 weeks, think Dayton area, mid-50s to 60 mornings. We're hitting like 90s by the end of the week. Love Nails, yeah, you'll be able to catch it right here on the YouTube channel because as soon as it's done, it goes back there. New designs on the site. That's right, new designs on the site. There are new designs on the site. I do believe if I find my little thingamajigger, we do have the new design for what we're doing tonight, which was the cheer design, and I'm gonna kind of walk you through how I screwed that up because that's what I do, right? We'll put that, so we'll drop that link in there. I'm going to drop some links of when we're doing it. I'm going to show you all the stuff that we did with that, and you'll be able to get it. Explorer said, yes, all these are recorded. Webinars are recorded, and you can rewatch as often as like. You do not need to attend live if you're busy that evening. 100%. No, I'm still here. Right? I'm still here. I see me. No, yeah, still streaming for me. All right. Welcome all newbies. That's right, Debbie. Welcome all. Did we lose you? What happened? I still see me. I think I can see it. You can't reload. If you can't see, you can only hear. Reload, because I'm still here. I was there. Yeah, refresh. That's the other word. Reload, refresh with it. Crystal had some issues with the live, but try refreshing a few times. Very nice. I know if, that one thing. What is there? I can't even think of what it is. YouTube. We started running some issues with that. We could see things on one side, but not on the other. Really? I'm looking at everything, and let me check speed. I will check speed because everything seems all fine and dandy on my side. And so we'll see what it is. We have a upload and a download. Let's see. We're testing the download. Download looks pretty good right now. We're testing the upload. Upload not bad at all. Upload seems to be working. So I wonder if it just might be a YouTuber thingamajig because it says that my internet connection is very fast. 71 and 40. So I think we just might be having a YouTuber thing. Refresh, not reboot. Yeah, refresh, not reboot. There it is. No issues from here. Yeah, getting tractor feed sound. Interesting. Wow. Like I'm speed talking. Interesting. Very, very nice. The YouTube is having trouble. That YouTube will get us every time. Okay. So I'm going to post, first off, I'm going to show you the design on what we did. And I have to do because we did this. So I need to make sure that I share the correct screen because I learned that I need to share the entire screen because if I don't share the entire screen, then you guys aren't able to see the wizard. So we're going to make sure that we select that one right there. And there's me. Hello. There's me. And here's the design that we're dropping tonight. And we're going to walk through the wizard on how we can do some things in it, how we can use some of these different patterns and show texture and things in it. Because you're like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at here? All right. So here's the cheer design that we dropped. Multi-deck. What do we got here? We've got flock right here. We've got holographic right here. And we've got stones right here. So we have all of them. Now, how do we make this nifty and pretty, right? Well, in the wizard, I've got my handy dandy wizard here. And in the right-hand corner, you see this thing that looks like a grid. You see this right here. Why is it, why are you not clicking, buddy? Oh, the little circle majigger went away. I'll move this off the comments so that we can see it. But right here, see this guy right here? What that does is it changes the size of the image. And I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to go in here. Right above it, we can click our arrow. And this is going to give us our color palettes. Now in our color palettes, we're going to go down here to glitter, to holographic, excuse me. And if we hover over things, if we look right down here underneath in the corner of it, let me move it again so you can see it right underneath here. As we hover over things, it tells us the color. So we have aqua and black and crystal and fuchsia and gold crystal and gold and green and so on and so on and so on and so on, all the way till we get down here. Let's see, let's hide this. Maybe that'll bring up. Nope, I don't know why that decided to go away. So now I got to fix that. But when we change the side of it, you can see right now, I am going to make sure that I have this selected. Yep, there's selected. And we're just going to change it to aqua, all right? So it's going to change to aqua, and we can see here what it is. Now, if we go back up to this pattern button right here at the top, it says vinyl small, right? Well, if we click on it, we have a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large. So it's set at small right now. When we hit medium, we can see how that changes the effect of it. When we hit large, we can see how that changes the effect of it. And guess what happens when we hit extra large? Are you going to see, you think it's going to change it? Yeah, that's right. It's going to change it. So we'll see how it changes and it gives you the pattern. So you can, adjust it on how much you want to see it. Now, where does this really help at? When you're doing things like hollow, when you're doing things like glitter. If we come in here and we go to Caesar Glitter HTV, and now we have all of our glitter channels, and I'm going to put this on this side so that way it's a little easier to see. And let's change this now to silver, all right, or this is black. That's black, right? When we click on this, here's our medium, and we can see how it changed the size on that. Large and extra large. So it allows you to get some texture in there. Now, one of the awesome things I love about doing this is this design right here. If we were to take this design and we'll change some stuff around before we get to cutting some stuff, before we talk about cutting some things. But so I'll come back to that. Here in glitter, you'll see that. Craig, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Member. Thank you for becoming a member. All right. So when we look at this, we've got a glitter here and our red inside of here. If we go down to strip flock, we're going to have some options for that. And I'm going to show you. If we zoom in, you'll be able to see it. See how it gives it that textured look? So it looks like the flock. It's not a solid color. It's not a flat color. It has some texture to it. So it looks like the strip flock. The same occurrence will happen when you select the stones and you will go to select a stone size and color. When we simulate it, you'll be able to see on that as well. So there are a few different ways that you can change this, because even here in this pattern's here, we can change it. Let's see what a medium one looks like. Not much change there. To change even to extra large? Yeah. So there's not much change in that. Where you really see it at is in the glitters and when in the holographics. Let's see, even on like neon glitter. If we got our neon glitter and we change it to purple. There we have that, and we have this at a medium, at a small, at an extra large. So it can really add to the look of it by changing the size of it. Now, what I was saying earlier is, let's, for instance, we're going to change this to a glitter black. So we're going to come back here, Caesar glitter. We're going to change that to a glitter black. I'm going to unlock this one, so that layer, and just change it to a green so it's a little easier to see. And then I'm going to take the white right here. And let's say I want to have a little fun, right? Well, I can take this one white rhinestone. I was like, what is it? What is it? What is it right there? One white rhinestone. I can come up on the wizard, and since we can't see the control, it doesn't do the little circle thing. I'm going to hover around right here so you can see me move the mouse. And then at the top here, we can left click the same color. By doing that, it is going to select all of those. Now, if we go ahead and we hit silver, and there it goes. It just kind of made some silver stuff in there, and that's a large one, so it's hard to see. Change it to small, and we're going to see if we can crash it, because it shouldn't crash it, but it might crash it because it's trying to do so much for so little. Oh, there it is. So it made it back so it looks like the little glitter pieces, and you can change it in the different colors. You can do it here. Now, what you can do, this is how we do faux glitter. So we will take this as a transfer, and we'll send this to our DTF printer. And then we can print this so it has the faux glitter look, but it's not really glitter. So that way, they're a little more cost effective on things that way. So people are able to do that. The other option that we can do is we can come, and if we select everything, right, we got it all selected and it's grouped. And we come over to our friend in the wizard and go to our mockups tab, which is right here at the top third in our tabs. We have mockups. If I had the little circle, it would be a lot easier for you to see. And if we select, we want mockups. So we'll select our mockups, and we're going to a women's burnout shirt, because that's the one that's here. We're going to simulate our stones. It is going to run through its process. And when it is all said and done, this is one of the great things about the wizard. It's going to go ahead, and there is our design. I'm going to put this on a little gray shirt so it's a little easier to see. But there it is. All of our stones are simulated. We've got some glitter in there. We've got a nice faux glitter design look in here. Now, what you can do is you can now select this design, because it's got the faux stones in it, so it looks like the rhinestones. And you can save this as a PNG with a transparent background and use this to print, so it looks like rhinestones. So that's one of the cool things about what the wizard is capable of doing, and especially with digital print technology, or with the simulations that'll happen with it, with the different textures you're able to get to it, we can create this multi-decoration design, rhinestones, glitter. Now, back to the original design. There was a question, what did I see in there? Carol asked, what colors do you have in strip flock in stock now? Everything on the site is in stock. So if it's on the site, it is in stock right now for it. So what are some things that we can do? Well, what I want to do is, it has been a long time since I did something with flock, and something with holographic, and something with rhinestones. And so I said, Todd, you know what? You should probably do that. You should probably do that, and let's see what happens, right? Because it's been a while. You might be a little rusty with it. So we did some of the burgundy strip flock. One of the things that I noticed in these color charts, as we talked about today, is that not all colors are there. In what was it? There's something that we found that there was not a color of it in there. Like the picture rainbow. I know rainbow we have for twinkle, and it is not in there. There is a rainbow holographic. Yeah, the rainbow holographic too. There's just a picture of it, and that's not there. So everything for holographic and flock that's on the website should be in stock. We haven't found anything that is out of stock. But now that I'm talking strip flock, you guys are going to buy strip flock, and we're going to see it. So as we look at this and go through it, as I talked about in our holiday, we are able to set ourselves apart from screen printers and DTF digital printers by a few simple things using that specialty material. You cannot get these textures, this dimension from DTF. You can't, I don't think you can find a better glitter than HTV. You know, when you look at all of those, you know, it is hard to beat that. So, yes, DTF has its place. Yes, screen printing has its place. But you know what will never die? HTV will never die, folks. Why? Specialty materials, the things that we can do with it. Now, this is where I'm going to need your help with stuff, because I'm going to tell you this design that we did. Okay, the design that we did, it has, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what we have with it. We went with burgundy strip flock. So there's burgundy strip flock right there. It almost looks a little chocolate brown in there. When you see it, it's there. And we went with, drum roll please. We went with the silver holographic. There it is. That silver holographic that's up there. And we went with the premium 16 facet rhinestones. Crystal AB, to be a matter of fact. Now, I need to hear from you guys on how, in what order would you press that? We have flock, we have holographic HTV, and we have rhinestones. So let me know in the comments how you would press that forward. Hey, Kevin, can we purchase that color chart? There is limited. We only found a handful of them when we were doing the clean out. You can go to the site. We might have it in here. There's only we put what we had. Hall of Fame members got first crack at them. And like I said, I think there is only a few left from it. By few, we think we only found 10 of them, but we might have found 12 and kept 2 for ourselves, and the other 10 are on the site. Caesar is working on new ones. When they will come out, I don't know, but when they come out, we'll go ahead and go through that. Let's see. Jerry, let's see. Caesar Glitter really is Caesar Glitter is really the better brand of glitter HTVs. I've tried at least 5 or 6. I love Caesar Glitter. I absolutely love it. There might be a few that I might use for a specific reason from another brand, but like I like that purple. I love that purple there with it. The lavender is awesome with it. Even the rose gold is a really good one. The neons are awesome with it. The electrics, everything. I love the Caesar lineup. That's why we continue to carry them for it, right? And let's see, only a few of them left. So Jerry says that I should have pressed it holographic first, and then flock, and then stones. All right. Angela says that I should do flock, holographic, and stones last. Eric says lowest to highest, except stones last. HTV, holographic, strip flock, rhinestones. All right. And let's see, Kevin, be sure to refresh post defaults over. That one place, FedEx, really kind of threw some stuff. Pick a different one other than FedEx. I think we're going to delete FedEx off of there because they had a rate adjustment on us, and it is wild. Order other stuff because it was like do USPS or UPS because it is not there. And Daniela loves Caesar Glitter. I do too. I love it. Let's see. Cheryl, what's the email into info@therhinestoneworld.com with your order number? Because right now I am almost positive that I did not see anything in there. I remember the name. I remember the order going on. I remember that. But let's see. Let's see what you got. Cheryl. Send in an email, info@therhinestoneworld with the order number, and then we'll be able to check and see on that. I will go in and look for sure. So just email that in as soon as we have it. Question: is your strip flock a cold peel? Well, here is not an interesting thing. Here is something that you're going to love, right? So first up, if everybody does not have this, I am going to place myself on hold for a second, take a quick sip, and you are going to go, Cheryl, missing flock. Let me check into it. Yeah, email in with the order number. If you email in right now, as soon as I get done with the live, I will personally go check for you and see, and I will get back to you. I will do that for you because I thought that I got everything out. So maybe I haven't. And in fact, I had a list of even things where I'm like, okay, here's ones that we're missing. So we thought that you fell through the cracks. I'm super sorry for that. We'll get you taken care of. And flock, if it's flock and it's nothing that's out of stock, I know we have flock. I'll make sure that it gets shipped out tomorrow for you. Okay, here, head over here, right click, copy paste, CaesarNA.com/files/material reference chart PDF. Now I'm going to show that here for those at home that cannot go and click, or you're watching on a mobile device, or you're doing something like that. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and stop this share. Let's see, plus. There it is. Share screen. We want a tab. There it is. Okay, now you should be able to see this. And I'm going to make it large so that way you can see it all through here. This is the Caesar heat transfer vinyl reference sheet. So what this is going to give you is this is going to give you all the types of Caesar heat transfer vinyl, right? So we've got our Easy Weed, our Eco Stretch, our Electric, our Extra, our Subli Block Adhesive, Easy Reflective, Easy Puff, Glow, Aurora, Blackboard, Brick, Glitter, Holographic, Metal Spark. You guys can read. But what this is going to do is it's going to tell you the fabrics that it's going to. If there's a shirt, it's good to go. So 100% cotton, 100% poly cotton blends, nylon, lycra, spandex, leather, sublimated polyester, home iron compatible. So see, so there you go there. And as we go over to the next one, it gives us our temperatures. So it gives us our recommended temperatures for it in both freedom units and Celsius. So we are able to see, depending on what we're pressing at, there is a variety, all the way down to 250 and as high as 320. Is that what I saw here? 320? Is that the highest one? 320. Yeah. So a range on it. And then it gives us our pressure. So whether that's medium, light to medium, medium to firm, it gives us our pressure on it. It gives us our times, 10 to 15 seconds is about standard on a lot of it. 15 seconds, you can't go wrong. 15 to 20 seconds on brick, on glitter, on holographic. Now, here comes the big part. Peel carrier, hot or cold, Easy Weed. Hot for Easy Weed stretch. Go down here, hot or cold, warm for Subli Block. Hot for adhesive. Hot for Easy Puff. Cold or warm for Glow. Cold for Aurora. Cold for Brick. Cold for Holographic. Cold for Metal. So you have everything right here at your fingertips. Go in there, right click, copy paste there, save that, print it out so you have it, so you always know here's what I have. Easy reference chart to go back to when you need it for it. All right, super simple, super easy. And Eric says, Tier W Polar, I speak from experience. Unless the HTV holographic is on top of the strip flock, you'll not get the press on the HTV holographic enough near where the flock meets. You think Eric's onto something? And I don't know what I have outstanding in orders at this point. Crystal always keeps my stuff in order for me because she knows I'm a mess. Everybody needs a crystal, right? Everybody needs a crystal. Thanks on your phone. You're very welcome, Evelyn. And that's why I went and did that. Just sit in the printer. You're very welcome. That way you have that and you're able to go through it. So recommendations on heat presses, smallest size, 15 by 15 clamshell. Is it the 12 by 15, 12 by 9 pink press? That would be there. And a lot of times that is going to get a lot of your stuff taken care of for you because not many times are you going a lot bigger than that. But to get back on track, now we know how we should do it, right? Or we know what our press temperatures are. We know what our times are. Now, would you guys like to see what I did? Would you like to see the finished O Project O? And remember, I want you guys to really, I'm going to ask for applause. I'm going to ask for grace. I'm going to ask for everything, because in our business, Corey is the production person. Corey handles all that. She handles, if she's not doing production, she has other people that handle production. I am told to get the hell out of there because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I tried to prove her wrong today. I proved her wrong. I'm going to prove her wrong because I can do this. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. She's like, listen, I don't get in the emails. I don't get in the marketing. I don't get in those meetings. I don't get in that. You want to know why? Because I know my lane and I stay in it. Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. So I said, hey, it's just me. I'm going live tonight. Let me show off what I can do. So I give you, there it is. So we have our holographic on there. We have our rhinestones on there. And this is the burgundy strip flock. Multi-deck, one and done. And I think it turned out fantastic. I will not give this to a customer. I will not even give it to somebody to just sample for us. Do you want to know why? Now, let's talk about, I'll get a little closer up picture for it. Let's talk about the process of this. Thinnest layer is going to be the holographic. Then it's going to be flock, and then, of course, the rhinestones. And the rhinestones are the premium ones, premium AB. Those bad boys are, I bet, friends, we're gonna play a little flashlight game and see if it can work for there. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, Todd, you're so smart sometimes. Sometimes you even impress me. Todd, I probably shouldn't have said that way. There. That's what I'm talking about. The sparkle, everything with that. That is what we have right there. So while it looks good, like I said, we are going to talk about what I did wrong. Because remember, this is all about learning, right? If you're not learning, you're not earning, right? Got to learn to earn. In my head, I'm like, okay, Todd, here's some things that I'm looking at as I'm going through this, because there are some tight tolerances on this. When you look at where the stones are, where the holographic is, and where the flock is, we got some tight tolerances on there. So I'm like, I put down the stones first, and I looked and I'm like, okay, this is where I want the layout to be for it. That's where it is. And we know where it's lined up at. I can drop this one in here and then we'll be fine with it, because this will go here and then we'll go there and we'll go there. And as I was sitting there with it on the press, and I looked at it. Is this okay? Is this how it should be? Not even thinking. I moved the press over, and as soon as it hit the other side, it went, and it dropped. I'm like, oh. I did the stones first. So yeah, I did the stones first. What did that cause? Well, we got dimension, folks, right? We got the dimension of the flock. We got the dimension. You know what? That's probably a great view of it. Oh yeah. That is some bling-a-majing right there. There's some bling-a-majing. But we have some texture. We have some dimension. We have some style. We have some grit with it. What does all that mean? Well, if you're doing stones first, how can we make sure we have enough pressure to keep some of this other stuff there? You can't. And so I tried my damnedest on it, and we got really good on a lot of it, but I'm noticing in some parts, like in the small areas, where'd that small area go? In that H, right there in that H. See it? Didn't adhere, because there's no way to get enough pressure down there in that. These are things you're going to do. When you're trying stuff out, you're just going to think and you're just going to go with it and you're just going to do it. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to learn from it. Now, will this look good hanging up Yeah, nothing at all with that. Ooh, is that gonna look good in Sparkle Town, USA? Yeah, that's gonna look good. But can I give that to a customer? Oh, can I even give it to somebody? No, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna wash that one time and it's gonna start coming off. And then you'll really be devastated and you'll really have your feelings hurt and it'll really suck because you'll be crushed. And that's what I am. I'm crushed because as soon as I did that, I knew better. I knew better. I knew better. I knew better. But I'm out of practice. To be dead honest with you, as far as a rhinestone design, transfers, I'll bang those bad boys out all the time. DTF, screen printed, not a problem with that. When it comes to bling, Corey, make sure that I stay in my lane because I am a little speed demon and I will just blow through stuff and I won't make sure, I'm a one, give me one press, I'm down. You give me multiple, okay. So I admit my faults. I'm not the greatest at it. I won't say that I won't screw up because I do. I do screw up. That's part of it. So I did it wrong. And that's what you run into is in these little pieces. Like there's another one right there. You are not going to get enough pressure in these little areas to get that to adhere. So take it from me, who does, because one of the things that I've always been a big proponent is show your failures. Show when things don't work out. Show when things have an issue because it makes you human. People relate with that. I get so tired of seeing everything go right in everybody's video. I'm like, come on, you can't be 100% all the time. You totally edited that because I can tell a good edit cut when I see one. Just say, yeah, this didn't work out and this would it. And so while I could have pressed another shirt, I could have made another one and you guys would have never been none the wiser. Why would I do that? This is real life. These things happen. You're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So having it there from it is something to learn, thinnest to thickest. So what I should have done is I should have started with the hollow as a cold peel. And then I should have came back with the flock. And that would have been good. And then I would have came back with the stones. But in my head, I kept thinking, these tolerances are tight. That's where I need to be with. No, dummy. No. Because if I would have did the hollow, and then I would have did the flock, I would have been able to see the spacing with it, and then the stones would have went right there. Bob's uncle would have been fine. Instead, while it does look good from afar, it is far from looking good. It does give us a chance to show us some things. Flock. We get to see the flock. We get to see. I wish you could feel it. Flock is flocking nice, man. It is flocking nice. I will say that for sure. Totally dimensional with it. Throwing stuff on the floor. And then, the hollow. That silver hollow. I mean, come on. That with it. And then you add in those premium stones. Girl, come on. I am all about that. I would wear it. I would squeeze myself on this and I will wear it. And I might try and come in here and see if I can kind of make some stuff work, but I'm really just going to redo this door, redo this one. But I really like it. I really like the design for it. It was something that I created that I had was talking with Hattie and I said, hey, I want a cheer design. And she goes, we need a cheer with a bow. And we have somebody, it's mom. And the first time I did it, she goes, why does it say mom? And it was because in the design, I had all of the letters the same height. So this cut down and it was like there. So it just said mum. And so she said, I would move that O down. So I did. I brought the O smaller. So that way you can actually see the O in there with it. So I had fun with the design. I had learned some things that I needed to do differently with it. And I had a great time. It was learning. It was trying new things. It was even on the template was like, ooh, Pilar gave me a stern talking to about the template and said, you dude, there's some issues. And then I took a picture of the template and said, issue this because it cut for me just fine. And that's the great thing about using a Graph Tech because it cut wonderfully. I'm sure it would cut the same, just as wonderful with a Cameo or a a Romeo or Juliet or anything that is readily, easily available that does that. As far as settings, so I use the same settings that I use to cut the magic flock is the same settings that I use to cut strip flock. So whatever settings you're using for your magic flock, start with that for strip flock. On the holographic, it is a little thicker. So I actually, as opposed to my traditional HTV settings, I went a little heavier on it. I bumped the pressure up. I think we ended up at 24 for it. And remember, pressure is subjective. How new is your blade? How beat up is your cutting strip? They use things factor. So what settings work for me may not work for you because of my blade and my cutting strip compared to yours. How much is my blade sticking out? All those factors in, which is why it's hard to say, hey, this is the proper one to use for it. Look, I did got a C. I got a C right there. Woo! That's wild. But that was learning. Something else that I learned is you can't, if you look, you can really see it. If you look, you can really see it. But right there is the line from the pressure of when I tried to put that on there, and it just, it left a mark in the flock. That would probably come out in the wash. You could brush it away with that. But overall, I'm happy with the process. I'm happy how it turned out. Design, I think, turned out amazing. What do you think of the design? I need it on a scale of 1 to 10. Can't use 7. So it's either going to be a 6 or lower or an 8 or higher because you can't use 7. 7's safe. I'm not a 7 type person. When I tell somebody, hey, I need a 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, that really makes you think because you're like, ooh, God, is it really worth an 8 or is it really bad like a 6? So it's there for it. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to drop some links here in the comments, if you don't mind. And those links are going to be for a few things. First up, we're going to have for the premium crystal AB, and we'll take you right to the site for there. Whoa, sir. What are you doing over here? You're not right. Oh, there it is. So we'll drop that in it. We're going to drop that in there for there. The next up is going to be the link for the strip flock. All right. We will get that link in here for the strip flock, so you're able to check that out. And then the next thing is going to be the for the holographic. So we will get all of those in for you, so you guys can go check it out, see what you have to offer it, and do it. Because I want to see more things like this. I want to see the stones. I want to see the stones in vinyl. I want to see the holographic. I want to see the strip flock. I want to see the glitter. This is our time to literally shine because we can do stuff like that. We can do it while others can't. We have the tools, we have the software, we have the supplies to be able to kick some royal dingo out there. So I want to see what you have to do with it. All right, let's see. Ronnie, I have my pile of mistake shirts to use when I want to test something and not waste a good shirt. Bella is now part of that. Yeah, I'm right there with it. And a lot of testers, we make stuff for the kids. Kids will beat the hell out of a shirt, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Let's see how it plans out for them. And so we're going to do some stuff with some strip flock, and because we got Spirit Week next week, and seeing what we could do with that. Pilar said she fixed it. Darcy, I thought about Inside Out, but you still run to that same issue, is that getting that pressure, because look what we're trying to get through. If we look at the stuff right through there, you can see that we have the stones higher than the flock, and then the very bottom layer, because inside there, right there, that you can't even see in there, is that. So that's the thing, is you're not going to get good pressure on it. Not going to get good pressure on it. So I learned, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I closed it. But what am I going to do? Lie to you and say, this worked out perfect. Nope, that's not what I'm going to do. Let's see. I tried putting a pillow in there. You would be a cheer on top? Yeah, why not? I've wore it before. Pilar's got the picture for it, I'm pretty sure. And Alex, I did try by putting a pillow underneath it and put a lot of stuff on it. Nope, no dice at all. The flockiest. It's the flockiest to flock, I'm telling you. I have a practice shirt that I've tested a gazillion different techniques on. What's great is that I can wash the heck out of it and see how it holds up. Yeah, yep. And it says start with the hollow. But how would you leave the carrier to do the strip? You pull the carrier. You just let it cool down, peel it, and then go from there. And then depending, because the hollow isn't as sticky as the strip flock, so I would let that cool too, so that way it doesn't peel up with it, and go that way with it. Let's see. I did once win a Cheer Mom multi-deck shirt. Have picked save. Yes, yes, you do. Yes, Pilar, I have that. You have that picture too, Evelyn? Oh, Mum would be great for a British person. It would have, Ronnie. I'm just not across the pond. You could at least get one wearing out of it, right? One wearing. That's all it needs. Good for senior pictures. Good for senior night, right? That's what it's going to be for. The puff flock. I wonder how it would be for an applique, as it's kind of a Chanel look. Ooh, let us see, Barb. Let us see, because I want to see how that looks like. I tried. I tried. It just didn't get in there where it needed to be. I thought the design fine, but Pilar did fix it for everybody. That is 100% sure. Is that an edible template, ladies? Which one? This one? No. Straight this. Anytime we have something with stones on there, it is not going to be edible, because stones, like on this, would follow that shape. And so it wouldn't be able to follow that shape if we put there, instead of Cheer Mom, we put in Baseball Mom. It changes the entire look of it. So static fixed designs on it. And where did I see? The bow made it all. Look at that, Kevin. Look, you guys, a 5. Thanks, David. A 5, I'll take it. Do you want to know why? Because the bow makes it. I think so. And having the bow is kind of that split with it, where it is, part of the flock and part of there, it kind of adds to it. So it blends it, it kind of ties it all together for it. And like I said, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and I'm fine with that. Drink your coffee, drink your energy drink, drink your water. That's okay. We are all entitled to our opinions for it. And then we got the posts in there. We got the links in there for the stuff. And Chris says, I now have 3 cameos. Let me tell you, I'm not giving you a direct cutting setting, because every single machine, even if it's the same, will take a different setting. Test cut, note it. Yeah. And even with that, the more you do things, the more that that blade dulls. And so you might have to up pressure. Get what I have. You can up your pressure and keep going with it. But if you just make it a habit, if you're cutting a lot of stuff to just on a regular basis, just part of the maintenance thing, changing out your blade, that's going to just make things easier. That's what we do on the print cut, on the Roland, where it's every 2 weeks we change out the blade in it, because it just makes it easier for it. Yes. And that's one of the things that we're going to do. I've got a bowcat head that I think we're going to do with it and go from there. I actually also keep tape on my press with settings too. I note everything. That's what we have to do, right? In there. Greg, go ahead and email in with your order number at info@therhinestoneworld.com, and that way they can take a look at it and see what's there with it. And that way we have it. Yeah, they are pretty slick having them layered like that. Yep, I tried the pressing pillow. I tried it. It didn't work. Pilar, I can see that. I was only thinking of the mom part, but we'll still have, see, you'll still run into that, because you have this part here at the bottom, Jerry, where it goes around and up into those. So you still run into it. But, to do Pilar did a great video on All-Star Training to show how that scattered effect is, which I guess we need to figure that out. Pilar, are you doing All-Star Training tomorrow, or am I doing All-Star Training tomorrow? Because I might have to readjust a schedule now that I think about it. Tomorrow's Wednesday already. We're going to keep those the same with it. See, you could show as a picture, if only we could. Yeah. Pilar, I think, just sent it to me, to be honest with you. I don't think Pilar sent it that long ago as we were going through things, right, Pilar? You texted it to me. I don't think it was that long ago. Maybe, no. Where did you send that? Did you send it in their group chat? Because I didn't think it was that long ago. You must have sent it in our group chat, because I don't see it there. So, yeah, I will show it. I have no shame in showing it. Pilar can post it on the crafting group page for all I care, because I will wear it. I don't care. You lose the shine on the hollow if you peel the curio and then repress it. There you go. Gloria says we lose the shine. I will tell you, Gloria, this is how I know it's there, because I repressed this multiple times, and that shine did not go away. It did not go away at all. It is still shiny as ever. And I'm looking to see if, because sometimes how you can have that feel where it feels like some of the coating isn't there anymore. Almost like a when something gets spilled on a tile floor and it etches it, right? Where it's not slippery anymore and it just has that right there. I would. I would. Christmas shirts, Christmas hoodies. Yep, I've done that. Uh, put it on an air auto press with I did 125 on ours. I think it was 125 on it. And it left indentations on stuff and it on their pressing pad. It did everything. Just was not the good thing. What would I charge for this? Great question, Tim. So on this one, we've got hollow, we've got flock, we have got rhinestones. Is this a single design or is this going to be multiple bombs? Singly, I'd be at $50. Wouldn't even question it. $50 would be my starting point on it because a flock, because just think a regular printed shirt, when we do a regular printed shirt on the next level, we're going to be $25 to $30 on it. Now, we're taking this to the next level. We're adding texture by adding the flock. We're adding the holographic, and we are adding the premium crystal AB stones. So we have a lot into this. So $50 and a cheer mom who wants to be seen will wear that and pay that for it because they want to be seen. Now, what do? You go ahead and you add their kid's name on the back of it. You can add that as an upcharge. You can have some fun with this, but that is where I would be with that. Let's see. Phone is going to die. Be back. We will be here. We need more band designs. Duly noted, Amanda. More band designs. Are you talking like rock band? Are you talking about marching band? Which band designs? I'm assuming marching, but it could be this one. And we can definitely look into that. Every 2 weeks? What did I miss every 2 weeks? What's every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks. What did I miss every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Because on that, I mean, like the order, the thing that's in the queue for tomorrow is 3,000 holographic stickers, and those eat blades something fierce. So there's a 3,000 order, and then a 4,500 order, and then I think it's just like a 25 piece order, but it's holographic, and so that will just eat through stuff. And that's why you just get in the habit of like, oh, I can do this, because if you don't test and it goes through and that stuff doesn't cut right. Oh, it's a nightmare to go back because you can't go back and do it. So you just need to reprint it. Otherwise, you're taking time to get it. So every 2 weeks. Yep. Barb says, now my mind is thinking, could you embroider over puff flock and then press, and how would it puff up the stitching? Ooh, I want to see. Possibly, Rachel. It's on our list, but I will tell you that list, it's not like the super high priority on the list because we want to make sure, like, going through our stuff is making sure stones are in stock. That's priority number one. Priority two is making sure that HTV is in stock, and by the accessories, so that way we have flock in stock, and we have acrylic hot fix tape in stock, and then we move on to the tools to make sure that we have everything with those in stock. A lot of times on the replacement blades and holders, from what I saw in the past, there was a lot of volume that was needed for it. And when we start running into those things where it's like, traditionally, how long did it take to sell that? And sometimes it might have taken a couple of years to sell something. And so you were out of the bucket right away with it. So going through there, and we'll see that it was group chat. It was the group chat. That's where it was. Here. And Alex says, I'm in New England, $45 to $50 for it. There you go. And Barb, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see it with it. The Color Spark holographic does lose the shine if you press it. And Color Spark holographic does lose the shine if you press it and have peeled the carrier. And this is the Caesar. And like I said, I pressed it, peeled the carrier, and I kept pressing. And you can see that is still shiny and colorful. And I'm trying to see how close I can get in here, where you can still see where it's still got the glare and still put this thing on it. All right, Betty, have a 21st birthday dinner. Have a great evening with that. Happy birthday to him. Marching band. Got it. Marching band. And when you guys say marching band designs, what comes to your mind on that? Because I don't know if you've looked through some of the designs we have, but have you all done with, I got to see if I have it on this computer before I go that far into it, because I might not have it here. And so let me look and see, because I don't know if I have it on this one set up yet, and that could be the knockout. I don't think I do. I do not have the knockout. Oh, lacrosse knockout, soccer knockout. I don't have the band, right? I don't have the band knockout. I don't have that. The band knockout is a great one to use for that, because of the things that you can create and do it, and it's really, really slick with it. But when you think that, give us the ideas. What are you thinking with that? Good night, Jesse. Night, Jesse. Last of the Caesar color guides. That's right. Every 2 weeks was coming about the blades. That's right. I got it. And that was on that. It depends on the material. Like when we're cutting thick things on that, the holographic eats blades on it. The thicker vinyl will eat on it. Things that are laminated will eat through it on it. So on the print side of it, yeah, it'll really go through. Oh, that says great minds, Barb. I'm trying to figure out how to add in my embroidery. I love it. I want to see it all the way there. Let's see. Do you have a sample box that can be purchased? It would be good for experimentations. Otherwise, I start to list stuff to order. Currently, no, but it is something that we've looked at doing. The problem is, what all do you include in the sample box? Because when you look at all the colors, like, a strip flock sample box, a foot of each one of those, and how much you get off of it, that's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to cut on it. Same thing with all of the other ones, because I don't even think we can get that from Caesar. We used to be able to get it from Caesar, where you could order up just a foot of it at a time, and then it went to a yard. And now I think it's 3 yards is their minimum for us to go. But it's something that we can definitely look into. Whether it happen, it all comes down to cost effectiveness, right? Once I get things in alphabetical order, it could be fast and easy to pull. It could be anything specific in marching band. That's what I'm asking, right? He's asking that right now, specific marching band. Go. I want to see more tuba, trombones. That's what I want to see. Correct. Caesar is different than Color Spark. 100%. You need more grandma and grandpa designs. Barb, we can do that. And a lot of that is when we have the designs. Are you just talking like in general, or like baseball grandpa, that's sports ones like that, or what are we doing there? And yeah, if Color Spark is TRW's brand, we may not be continuing to carry it. Caesar is another brand that we carry. Yes, not all Color Spark stuff is sticking around, especially on the HTV side of it. And when we were going through it and looking, it's just cost effectiveness to have it manufactured, the amount that has to have manufactured. If somebody would like to give me an open credit line that includes 7 figures, I will gladly take that to be able to stock some of these things. But resources Todd does not have is a 7-figure credit line to purchase something and the quantities that need to be purchased. And that's just it's not a good way to spend money on things. So that's why some of it just might not be around anymore. Marching band, color guard, drum majors, oboe, tuba come to mind. Of course, my daughter was in the color guard. I blamed her tunic. Ooh, I think the Denver Broncos filmed the band for a commercial. I should post it. Yes, you should. Sections, tuba, sax, trumpets, clarinets. Got it. Ronnie says, when I've done marching band shirts, I did the most for moms and dads for band and color guard. I did some instrument specific moms and dads too. We are doing one for clarinets. It's bees. Bees is what they decided on it. A mystery scrap box would be fun. Maybe that's a Black Friday thing. Maybe there's going to be some mystery stone boxes and some mystery scrap boxes. Maybe there'll be a sale on Bling Book pages. Maybe there'll be a sale on lots of things as we go through it. We're like, why do we have so much of this? Let's sell it off and see what happens. Be a live template with more clip art options with varied instruments. Here's the great thing, Amanda, is that any of our templates can be used as live templates. Any of our live templates can be used for band. We can take one and put it in there, and we can, it doesn't matter what it says, change it to the instrument. We can change it there. And the clip art part, you're able to bring in. So you can import that. If you have it in your library, you can bring it in very easily and be able to do that. Variety types of HTV. Yeah, we can do a mystery box of samples where that would probably be a lot easier. Where there's like some easy weed electric, some strip flock, some twinkle, some sparkle, some metal, some what's the other one? What am I missing? Holographic, maybe even some glitter. Yeah, let me put that on the list to see if we can do that, because that might be something where there's only, say, 100 of them. There's only so many of them, and once they're gone, they're gone. Marching band is in drumline, live template, band designs. Got it. Yes, sports ones like hockey grandma. That's what we're talking about. Off topic, nothing's off topic. I bought a store with a polo distributor. Yeah. With it in 1967 when I bought it, they made me put the order on my credit card, like 185,000. And if I was lucky, it would arrive 3 to 4 months. Yeah, that's wild, right? Or 3 to 4 weeks later. So I strong arm them. Give me at least 60, 90 days. Yeah. And I wish that was easy now. I'm looking at things like, okay, we need this, this, and this. There's a big leap as you grow with the business and you start seeing as those POs get larger and larger. To get thrown in this and see how large it is. Yeah, it was wild with that. I've been trying to convert the sports ones. I have, but they're not all working correctly. Probably user error. I'm not going to say probably, Amanda, but that could very well be. You know what? Let me see something here, Amanda. Let's why don't we play a little, right? Let's stop this. I'm going to see if this will work for me, and then I'll be able to know if it will. Yeah. Yep. Okay. We're going to pull Amanda's comment down from here. We are going to add a share screen, and we're going to share the entire screen over here on this side of things. And I'm going to open up a new whatchamacallit. There it is. I'm going to open up a new one. I'm going to close up my Docker just in case you didn't know where it was at. If you ever need your Docker in the wizard, if you come up to the D, you go up to the D, which is right here in the center, open and close the TRW design wizard Docker. So we find the D, we go to our live template editor, which is the first one, and the live template editor will open up in your Docker. Now from here, we can go to open templates, which is the top selection. We can open this up and it will bring us over. Yeah, you guys can see it. It'll bring us over to our stuff. So we are just going to go live templates volume 1, and I'm just going to scroll and I'm going to pick that one. Cool. We're just going to pick that one. Okay. That's one we're going to pick. It is going to open up. We'll see if this is a good one or not. And we're going to do some stuff here. So Lakewood Ranch, varsity Mustang swimming. All right, Amanda, what are we trying to go with? What are we trying to create as far as, what did you say? Was it clarinets? Was that right with it? Clarinets? Was that what I thought I saw? Clarinets. One of them, what is it? One of them, the outline disappears from behind the letters. And we'll go back. Oh, right click, go into wire mode, right click on it, and see if you can reverse subpath and see if it comes back for it. Yes, Renee, I'm still on. It's either that or get a bank credit line. The bank I have with is out of USA right now. Nobody in USA. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And that's why I said, yeah, we're gonna see. So here we have. I'll slide this down so we can see a little bit more. We have our image here, live template. We can find the text in here. So it brings up all of our text. Each one of these is editable. So as we put it in here, so if we go in here and with this is going to be Moline, there it is. And this is going to be band. And the Mustangs is going to be trumpet, trombone, saxophones. And first chair, right? First chair. See, chair. There's that. And 2025. There it is. Moline band, saxophones, first chair. Done. Trying to pull it back up now. I think it's 2 color. send it over and I'll take a look at it. And if you want to make those uppercase, you can do that by live right here, this button right here. You guys technically, it's kind of see it. It's right behind Amanda's name right there. The U, the U, the U, the U, the U, do. Hit the uppercase. Let's see. There it is. Ta-da. Just like that. Band. Find band right there. Right here next to it. Uppercase. Ta-da. First chair. There it is. First chair. Uppercase. Ta-da. Puts it in there for it. Saxophones. We want to make that uppercase too. There it is. You want to make a lowercase? You want to make a lowercase. You want to make a title case? You can make a title case. You can do all that from right there in the wizard itself. And that way we're set. Saxophone, or I don't even know what that says, Peggy. What does that say? I played the saxophone. I could probably still break out Pomp and Circumstance. It's about the only thing I kind of remember in my head. So that's another topic for another show. But this is what we got. As we go through it, I need to go check my notes. What do the girls have in here for me? We have a couple things. We have some winner chicken dinners. We have a 5-year member winner, right? Must be claimed within 2 weeks. Digital download, right? Shelly Fitz Oliver, 5-year member. Congratulations to you. And the random winner is Danielle, right? Danielle Wicker. Danielle Wicker, congratulations to you. You won tonight. So we got those out of the way. Now, kind of the big news is, do you guys miss the ball drops? Do you miss the bingo balls? Let me know. Do you miss that stuff? The goal is to bring it back once a month. I felt it was kind of getting a little same old every week. So we're going to bring it back. We're going to do them once a month. We are going to change up some prizes because guess what? I don't think we have any cameos left. But I think those are going to be replaced with a Caesar product. So we'll make sure to have that on there. Who knows what it could be. But could be a cameo, not a cameo. Could be a Juliet. Could be a Romeo. Could be something else. I don't know. But we are looking to do those once a month because it just kind of, got repetitive. It was the same thing with it. But if we do it just once a month, then I think that, it brings the fun back into it. I can be super energetic. I can have super fun with it. And then it kind of goes with it there. So I think what we can do is that. So I want to get your opinion on it. What does everybody think of it? Let's see. Congrats to our winner. I use Adobe. What is the learning time on Wizard? You're going to go over to Corel because the Wizard is a Corel add-on. Adobe is the devil to me. I cannot figure out Adobe at all for me. I liked once in a while, not every week. And that's how I felt with the two. But if we go once a month, then how do we go with that? Do we go, I was thinking like the last Tuesday of every month. But then, when we start following the holidays, then that's like Thanksgiving week and, between Christmas and New Year's. So should it be the first one? Should we do one back to back where we'll promote it? We'll have one at the end of September and then one at the beginning of October. And then we'll have it there. Should we like the second one? I'm open to your suggestions so we can bring the bingo balls back and have some fun with that. Boring. Oh, hopefully not anymore. All the shoe kits are going to be there. More than once a month is too much. Yeah. So see, I'm right there. I'm right there. We can do it. I do believe so. And I believe all the cameos are gone. Now that we do have some held back because I did not want them all to go away and be shipped out to their lovely new homes and then somebody have an issue with something. And then they're out of luck because they got a great deal on it and then they find out it doesn't work and then there's some issue or something happened. So I did hold some back to be able, just in case, because I know one we shipped out a week and a half ago and it's moving. So we can't file a claim on it. And they're like, where's this at? I'm like, because I said, wait a minute, we shipped that out. And they're like, really? And then we looked and I'm like, it's traveling all over the country. Maybe they're putting all kinds of fun stuff on it. So we're making sure that it gets there through it. Well, once a month sounds good. I'm down with that. Once a month sounds good. Tanya, Good evening to you. I enjoyed the old random number picker rather than the ball drops. Been a while since that. I used to do the wheel of spins where you would put your name in the form, and then that form would add you to the wheel of spins, and we could go that way with it. Um, and let's see, once a month, the ball thing was boring. It could get boring, because especially if you weren't in anything in that, but I think if we did it once a month, we could have some fun with it. I think once a month we could really have some fun. Where did that go? There it just it went around there. Last month sounds good. Making convenient for you. Nothing's convenient for me. We got like if it was convenient for me, because I'm not like I am actively interviewing new employees for VAs, for to help with some of the stuff of the day to day where it doesn't have to be a 15-hour day anymore. I would appreciate that. You figure live wise, we're live 5 to 6, 7 times a week. And while you may think that it's only, hey, you're only live for a half an hour on these shows, you're only live for an hour on this one, you're only an hour for an hour and a half, maybe two on this one. The prep work that goes into that, for the morning show, usually an hour to an hour and a half prep for each morning show. So right off the bat, we got three of those. So there's 3 hours of lives. Now we add another 4.5. So there's 7 hours of live right there. When we go into Hall of Fame, that one isn't um, as easy as hard to do because a lot of the questions come in from that. So still another half hour pre or post with that. So add in another 3 hours with it. Doing this, it could be as much as 2 3 hours ahead of time for what we're doing for that. Any all-star trainings, anything like that, that could be multiple hours of things with it. So finding people that will take over some of that will definitely there's people that reached out that said, hey, we can handle training for you, hey, we can handle videos for you, we can handle content creation, we can handle all this stuff for you. I'm open to it all because it's one of those where, how are we doing? We got a new marketing system that is going to go into place here soon, which should help out Crystal and Pilar to get them freed up so they can start doing more of what they were originally brought in for on the content side. So we're really working behind the scenes on goals to make things more efficient and easier for it. So on our end, we're going to keep going through. That's what we're going to keep going through and putting it out there and make it there. I think, like, looking at the schedule, I think we might do back to back because let me pull up the September one. Or we might go at like the 23rd. The 23rd. What's the 23rd? The 23rd. Do I already have meetings on the 23rd? So we might go the 23rd and then like October 7th and then like October 11th and then December 9th. So I think maybe the second Tuesday is where that's going to fall into place. But we'll see. So once a month, I'm good with once a month. We got the board, we got the ball drops. We can have some fun with that. And at the end of the day, it's what you guys enjoy. I want to make sure that you guys show up for stuff. As we do the build out, that will get a lot more live streaming done. Because, like right now, being, in the warehouse, it is kind of tough to get live streaming done in there. But as we build it out here in the home shop, live streaming done on that, pulling orders, cams machines working, and then demonstrations. They're coming. We will get back to them. I promised you that. Dirk's angry because Dirk thinks that he needs some more ink, and he does not need any more ink. He is an inkaholic, and he needs to cut back. But right there. Once a month or so sounds enough. I'm right there with it. Not Turkey Week or Christmas Week. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like second one. Second then. And every month, once a month, because it does a boost to sales. It is a thing to get people engaging on it. We can add some other things to it. Need to limit the number of balls you can purchase on their own. What are you thinking, Gloria? Give me a number. What are you thinking? Because like I said, it's a fresh start. We can do things how we want. Once a quarter for your balls. No, once a month. Because we'll have deals, we'll have things like that. And this is Ronnie to Alex. I was a diehard Adobe user before I started using Corel. It was a learning curve, but doable. I recommend the videos from TRW to help. Thanks, Ronnie. I started with that in there. Alaska, yeah. What's Alaska? I'm not going to Alaska. What's Alaska? I need a little more. Once a month, maybe the second. Jerry, right there with you. They do. They do take a long time. And sometimes we can just roll through. I think anything that gets used to draw, is going to take time to do because it's time to manage, time to go through it. And it can get, it could be limited where there's only going to be X amount. That's it. You're either in or you're out, and that way you can't get in there. Because I know in past there's people that would be able to, they were Rain Man. They knew the numbers. They knew that, hey, there's 50 balls left. There's still 2 cameos. There's still something else. I can buy all the balls and then I'm going to win. And then we have to go through and do that. So I'm open to suggestions. The biggest people that I'm going to listen to when it comes to this are Crystal and Pilar, because they're the ones who manage the back end of this. So any suggestions that they say, hey, we should try this and look at that, I'm all for that. And maybe it's a different game. Maybe it's a different kind of game that we play, a game of chance, and there still be a winner here, where it's a random one that comes up there, so you don't have to pay to get in on that. So I'm open. Maybe it's high card, low card. I don't know. What do we got there? 6-1. He's not lurking anywhere. He's probably in the bullpen. That's what I bet he's doing. I think the ball drops were okay and we're good to get sales, but it cut back on the training that I loved and look forward to. 100% agree with that. And that was where it was hurry up and let's get to those. And so it would drag on for another 2 hours. Like tonight, I feel that I'm stretching a lot of these because I'm walking you through stuff because we're not doing any demo work, but I'm trying to explain the back end process of things, show you some things so we can get to it, to show you my amazing screw ups. Plus, I got to do the lights again because, those sparkles, man. Look at that. Those 16 facet bad boys, Crystal AB, like that is just phenomenal. No. AJ Styles, baby. Phenomenal one. Let's see if anybody catches that. Amanda, I need to update my computer to Win 11. I was like, what? And also got the new Corel for Humble Bumble. Did it again. And I think it's for another 7 days or something. It's there. Do I just email for assistance, making sure my wizard still works? Yeah. Email in with the order. What do we need? Girls, help me out here. We need the order number, registration number, email that the account is associated with. We'll get there. Interviewing for Iowa employees. There's a few. We have looked at a few for pulling orders that may be able to help while we're doing that. But a lot of it is just virtual assistants that are able to help with that. I have worked with some in the past, and they're like, hey, as we went through this on the marketing side of things, and I said, hey, here's what we're doing. And our marketing team was like, okay, here's what you really need to be looking at to help you. Because, on the one, like the proposal as we go through stuff, because I'm open book with you guys. I have no problem, sharing a good amount with you guys, because you're family. You're part of this journey too with it. As we go through things, you'll see that it's there for it. But like this one, is for support in the following areas: marketing and promotions for plan, create and launch email campaigns, prepare and publish monthly promotions, write and post blogs and articles to boost visibility and authority, and design professional social media graphics, edit and optimize videos. For branding, organize and manage content in a centralized system. For consistency, support your current team of Pilar and Crystal by complementing their efforts. Identify any gaps we may find to help create a better team. Communication with weekly meetings. So there's ones that, as we went through, were like the back end of stuff. I think on the front end of stuff, doing this, probably 20, 30 hours a week, no problem. Back end, 40 to 60, easily. And then the in-between stuff, because, I don't know if you know this, we still have a print business that we're running. And so that's taken it. It's literally, I'm in the office between 5 and 6 every morning. I stop at 7:30 to take the kids to school. We will do our lives. We'll do our stuff in the morning. I will set stuff to print. Then I will run up to the warehouse to help pack orders, pull orders, organize, leave there at 2:30 to go pick the kids up from school, drop in everything off that is ready to be for shipment there, head back, repack any orders, or prepare for the evening's demonstration, shows, what have you, and then come home, and then it's really hop on the computer and then try and catch up from the day. Like tonight, it's now 11 or 11:30. It is 8:30. When I get done here, I'm grabbing the laptop. I am going through the list of Corey's stuff that she found that she thinks is close to out of stock, so we can see how it is. Adjust those levels, and I need to eat some dinner, and that's what we're gonna do. So we'll we just keep going. We just keep going with it, right? I just do, Debbie. I do. I do. I do. I do. I just go. I am. I am, Darla. I am. Corey and I purchased the Rhinestone World in July, and we were customers for 10 years, and we purchased it and we moved it from Florida to Illinois. So that's where we had some issues with shipping because we were transporting things. Right now, shipping times are good, 1 to 3 business days. Inventory levels are starting to come back little by little by little. The excitement with 12.5-inch acrylic hot fix tape, that made it for me. And now white easy weed back in stock. Alex, I love when my packages travel to more places than I've been to. Right? That is the thing. Maybe cutting back on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday training. Come on, Jerry. I can't do that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because we can have other people run that. That's the other thing is the mentorship community. That was what I was forgetting. We're looking to reopen that in October with the group built out on a new platform. And at that time, if you're a current member, you're in at your price for it. New ones, it's gonna be $100 a month because of the support, time, effort, hosting of things that go into that. So we found a way where we can make sure that videos are being saved and we can see everything. So working on that. It's just every day, make a list, go through it. We will eat. Are the kids out of the room? The kids are in the room. Cover their ears. We will eat shit sandwiches now, so we can fine dining later. That's just part of being a business owner. Is you're gonna have the ups and downs, and we know that the ups are a lot better than the downs, and the downs aren't really that down right now. It's just a completely different process because, unlike a lot of times where you grow with the business, like when we were able to take, hey, we're restarting the business, and we went from the bedroom to 8,000 square foot and 6 figures in sales in 3 years. That's what we did. And so we grew, we knew everything that came along with it. Now going from 6 figures to a lot more than 6 figures in a short time and moving everything and learning new systems and that. I wouldn't be how I am without Corey, and she deserves her cruise next month. That is 100% sure. I need the rhinestone tumbler pattern for the Cubbies tumbler. All that was a tumbler that was already printed and already had Cub stuff printed on it. That's all it was. And then it was just following along from there. I just got, I don't know where it's at. I think Corey might have it. I got a Cubs Swarovski rhinestone helmet from the Crystal Ninja. That was kind of cool. That was cool. I did not realize it. Did not even get to say goodbye. You can say he stops in every once in a while. Every once in a while, he's in the background for it. Those ones keep me going. Because on that those are mine, and a lot of that is my stuff to keep going, and it's good training. I think we do a bang up job in there for people, on our Monday, Wednesday, Friday shows, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for morning makers and movers in the morning podcast. I think we do a bang up job with that. Let's see. Did you say that we would not need to upgrade Corel from X8? You should still be able to be fine with that. This is the plan, trying to get all my stuff updated and current. Very good plan, right before it all gets crazy. Oh, no, because it's been a long time. I don't know if it was Dick's or Shields. It was a sporting goods store is where he found it at. I'm almost positive. Dirk does need a 12 stump program. And if anybody knows who wants to know what Dirk is, that's our 54-inch Versacam that's printing over there. His name's Dirk because he's big and white. If you get the reference, yeah. Well, I'm 13, so let's see. We couldn't create that for anyone anyway. It's pretty. Yeah, it is 100% for doing that for it, for doing anything like that. Maybe like 10 random draws for an order. Yeah, we could do that. Sarah Pilar, Sarah Pilar, Sapia. That's what we're gonna call you, Sapia. Shut up, Sarah. That's right. Shut up, Sarah. It's easier than that. You need to send out an email schedule. That is on the books. That's why I said there's a lot of things that the girls, and when I say the girls, the ladies, the lasses, the the brain power behind the scenes pay no attention to the man in front of the screen. They took on a lot over the past couple of years, and it is my job to alleviate some of that for them, so we can get in some things. But I do believe we have emails going out with this schedule. But here's the schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, which means it would be 9:30 in the East Coast. It would be 8:30 in the Central. It'll be 7:30 in the mountains and 6:30 out of the West Coast. We do the Makers and Movers podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. Just like and subscribe and turn on notifications. Just go right up there and do that now. So we have that. Tuesday with Todd. That would be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Tuesday. And then we have Hall of Fame. If you're in that Hall of Fame, that is on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're in All-Star Training, they get that once a month. And that's actually going to be tomorrow, and I will figure something out for that. I got to adjust the schedule. Ooh, I think we were talking power clips. Somebody had said something about power clips and intersects. So maybe that's what we can talk about tomorrow. And then Hall of Fame there. And then in my mentorship community, the people that have been with us for years, we do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday as well. So we got a lot. We got a lot going on with it. Let's see, where were we? Let's see if we're caught up on their stuff out there. We've got a few. One, it's one of these where I won't mention anything until after we do it and make sure it's good. Because if it sucks, I don't want to tell anybody something that sucks, because it could suck. These ones are actually coming from personal references of people that I know in the industry, that I've been friends with, that I've been colleagues with, that recommended it through their network when we were on a meeting. We had a meeting with their VA on what we were looking for and go through that way with it. So how about Nebraska employees? 6 hours away. You're just right across the way, right, Ronnie? If I just take 80 all the way across, I'll hit Davenport, Iowa City, Council Bluffs. Is that right? Is that how it goes? Just clone them. Nobody really, like, 2 crystals, 2 Pilars, 2 angry Chihuahuas. You've never seen 2 angry Chihuahuas in the same place at the same time. You want to know why? It's like cockfighting. One of them will die. Could you imagine Pilar and Pilar? Oh, one of them would die. One of them would die for sure. Not sure which one. Probably copy Pilar. I would think that would go as it. You just made me exhausted hearing that. We keep going. And did you know that on top of that, like I said, we have a thriving DTF print business. So we're printing in that. What was today? Like an order just came in. What is it? Let's see, 10, 16, 17, 18. So let's see, 170 feet? No, 10 foot times 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, no, is that right? 200 feet? 400 feet. 400 feet of DTF. So they'll bang almost through, more than a roll. And that's already looking at, there's 15 orders in the queue for DTF for tomorrow right now. So remember, you can use the code TRW25 to save 25% off your first order over at fatdadprintco.com on DTF transfer. So we have that. We also have Homecoming here, because as a retail store that we're not actively seeking orders for, but people keep wanting stuff, we have Homecoming. So we have shirts for that. We just did, it ended up being 84 posters for the school that they wanted today. So those were printed and laminated so they could put those up for a walk tomorrow. We just keep going. Keep the hustle strong. Hustle culture is something that I love, because if I'm not working, what am I really going to do? Like, even when I'm not working, I'm working. I'm watching YouTube videos. I follow people who are opening stores. Fun little story. We're at the school picking up Hudson. We're on the golf cart, and another parent was there on the golf cart, and we were talking about stuff, and he's like, "Hey, it was like maybe a week or so ago. How are things going?" And we're like, "Here, we did this." He's like, "Oh," and I said, he goes, "Well, what do you mean by going live?" And I told him, "Hey, I go live, 37 times a week, and here's what I do." And he goes, "I'm thinking about doing that. He had a side hustle of trading cards, specifically sports cards. So then I'm like, okay, here's what needs to happen. Get on Whatnot. Here, do this. Here's how to do this. Here's how to set the stuff up. Set it up for auctions. Do this. Have everything pre-planned out. Go ahead and do this. And I probably had a 25-minute conversation with it. He's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I saw him last Thursday, sometime at the end of last week. He goes, dude, I did it. He goes, I got on Whatnot. He goes, they let you test out some stuff beforehand. He goes, $8,000. He goes, I made $8,000. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah. I get super excited when people are able to take things that, knowledge that I'm able to give them and just thrive with it. He's like, this was so awesome. He goes, I would have never thought of that. I'm like, yep, totally awesome. So yeah, it's a good time. I love that. Yeah. In fact, we are shipping to Canada. We just shipped something. We just shipped our pants. No, we just shipped Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Friday, I think we had something go to Canada because they left notes and it was in French Canadian broken English, and so we had to decipher what it was, and we got it figured out. Yeah. Nah, I won't get burnt out. I might get tired, but I don't sleep. I sleep about 4 or 5 hours a night of sleep, and we'll like I said, we put in now so we can be there later. And you guys want me to hire people? Buy more stuff. Buy more stuff so I can pay more people. That's how it is. Everything will stay the same. So if you are in the YouTube membership side of things, where you are in the Little League, what do we have there? Little League All-Star Hall of Fame. Yeah, and I missed someone. If you're in those are staying the same. Those are all done through YouTube. I have a separate mentorship community that we've been running for a couple of years. We have weekly calls. We have open call logs. It's on a Discord now. And we're moving that. A lot of like-minded individuals in there that are in the same boat. Most solopreneurs, so they're working by themselves. So now they basically have business partners, that aren't part of the business in their back pocket that they can count on for things. So it's kind of really, really kind of slick with that. So nothing will change on that side with it. Let's see. ATS Digital Design, I'm trying to get back into everything. It's been way too long. I want to start over, make my own rhinestone sensors. Want to visit Colorado? Yeah, I'll visit Colorado, but I got to stop and see my girl Pilar. It's been Pilar. When was the last time I seen you? Well, I guess it hasn't been that long. Like figuratively, it hasn't been that long. It was last year. Last year we saw Pilar. Yeah, last year. But I see her on the video and stuff, so it's not too bad. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while. Let's see. Let's see what do we got here. Yeah, and that's on the mentorship community. That one's going to be $100 a month. Yep, just because of what you're getting, the calls that you're getting into it, the information is going to be there, the platform, everything that goes into it, and because I value my time, the cost of setting everything up in there, I have to make it worthwhile. So that's what it is. Because I don't want it to go away. But at the same time, I want to make sure that we're getting the good where it's there with it. Helmets, yep. Let's see. I hear HR calling. It wouldn't surprise me. What there it is. Fat Dad Print Co. Use the code TRW25 for 25% off your first digital. Oh, temporary tattoos too. There is an order for like 200 sheets of temporary tattoos. So that like tomorrow is a big print day for us. He said, I think all in it's like 6,000 stickers for holographic. So there's that 200 sheets of temporary tattoo paper. And then it looks like, 15 orders of DTF already in there. Plus what's coming on the Rhinestone World side of things. So I love it. Keep us busy. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. Like that sharing thing, super easy to do. Watching, if you don't have nothing to do, watch our videos, throw in there. It helps the algorithm. I'm telling you. Right on the other side of the river, street to Indiana every year for about 12 years for Baton Nationals. We drive through Moline most years. You're right there. You just go through because you can either take 280 or 80 and go around, or 74 right through. I don't know when the last time you were through here, but lots changed through that. Woohoo! I took your suggestion this fall to cold call schools and teams. Yeah, see? That is what the F I'm talking about. Yeah. Way to go. I just got 4 fundraisers and invites for 3 football games and 2 volleyball games. Yes. Yeah. That is what I'm talking about. those are the things those mean more to me than anything. The wins, when you guys do that stuff, that is the stuff that I mean. I get giddy, I get excited. I'm a dork. What can I say? I'm a dork. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, I do sports memorabilia and trading cards too. It's. I love watching. I love watching. Watch all of that for it. There it is. Major League All Star Hall of Fame. There it is. Last February, Cancun. That's right. If I slow my pace, he may malfunction. There's times where I'll just crash, where I'm just like, all right, it's time to do this. I have found, and I don't know how any of you guys have done this, but I found when I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't have a set bedtime. I do have a set time to get up, but I just wake up. But if I'm tired, I will go take a nap. I will not try and push things through it, because when you are tired, mistakes happen. Or when you just think you know what you're talking about, and then somebody else. I know Corey could see me, and I know she was laughing. I know she had the mill or the what's his name? I cannot think of his name, but I know that's what was going on in her head, because she's like, idiot. But whatever, it still turned out fine. Get your 16 facet crystal AB, your holographic, your flock. Go place all those orders so I can ship those out tomorrow for you. Withdraw if he has too much free time. So even on vacation, I think Pilar could even, was it? No, Pilar, it wasn't this time. It was not when me and Pilar got married. When we were down there for a wedding, the Crystal Ninja and I sat on lounge chairs and rebuilt our website. So even when I'm away from work, I'm away from work. In the last 4 years, I've done 2 vacations that were, maybe 3 vacations that were not work related. No, 2, because the Disney cruise, I even said that was work related, because I was like, can we run a business from a cruise ship? And I got the internet and ran through it all and did it all there. So I make everything's work, but I love my job. I love what I do. And so when you love what you do, is it really work? There's so many things I want to learn and so many things I want to do. I just don't have to do it. And we talk and chat every day. Absolutely. Jerry, good night. Good night. Good night. And Sharon, hello. I use my business name. Very, very nice. Tattoos for cheer stuff. It is for band, and they are doing their logo. What's the heart thing that has music in it? They're doing those for cheek 1-inch 1-inch temporary tattoos for those. So cheer for that. Cheer will do the megaphones. They'll do Pink Out. We'll do a lot next month for Pink Out stuff, where they'll do the temporary tattoos for that. On a temporary tattoo sheet, you can get $15 to $20 as a single sheet. On that, you can get 50. Is that right? 9 times 7. You can get 56. Is that right? 9 times 63. Right? 63. 9 times 7, 63. 54 times 6, 9 times. Yeah. It's like 54, 63. Everybody knows that trick, right? The 9's 9 times 1. I don't have to do that. Unless somebody says they don't know it, then I'll totally tell you about it. But you can get those on there. So they can get, for $20, they can get 54. They can get 63. They're on that. They sell them $1 a piece. They make $63 back from it. So it's good money on it for them. And that's if they just buy one. If they buy more, you can buy them from us, Stephanie. You can go to Fat Dad Print Co. You can use TRW25 and save 25% off that. We print temporary tattoos. So we do quite a bit of that. So yeah, temporary tattoos. We do that. The temporary tattoos are with the white toner printer. I know that you can make them with the white toner. Didn't think DTF on suck. People have tried. White toner printer. What, Crystal? All right, so there's goals. Work retreat, so we can make it a business expense. All-inclusive resort. We'll have breakfast meetings with mimosas at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then that's what a goal. I think that sounds like a goal. You sound like me. We never unplug, but I do make time for family. Just work around those activities. Same, as the weather gets cooler, we won't do golf cart rides as much. We're a golf cart riding family. In the summertime, we love heading down. We're only a couple blocks off the river. We'll head on a golf cart right down there. The kids love saving the frogs because we've got marshes on both sides of the road, and as they're coming across, the kids will get out and they'll stomp their feet to get the frogs off the road so they don't get ran over by cars. There's turtles. There's fishing. There's that. I got into this because I didn't get to see my older kids grow up the way I should have, because I worked, and with this allows me the opportunity to take them to school every day, to pick them up from school every day. This allows us to hit everything that we're able to hit, go to all the practices, go to all the games, and I love it. I love the business behind it. If I'm behind and need to sort of start up from scratch, which membership is the best to sign up for? I inherited most of my stuff, so I don't know how to use some of it. So first off, Amanda, you don't need to sign up for anything, although we really appreciate it. Hall of Fame, 100%, you can get in there to have your stuff asked for it. That, to me, I think is the best bang for the buck. Make sure in the craft group, tons of people are in there willing to help you on it and walk you through your stuff on it. But when you're looking at it, the memberships for there, Crystal just posted the links for the YouTube memberships, and that way you can see with each one comes with that. That'd be our mentorship community, and we do that. Like I have stopped taking applications. That seems weird to say applications. We have a couple people that I work with on a one-on-one basis, and on the low end, $250 a month. On the high end, $1,000 a month, and it just depends on the level that they need for things. I really love that. I would really love to do that all the time, but until I can get TRW to run its own, I had to put a pause on that, because I didn't want to take on anybody else to make them feel like, to make them feel like they were a burden or they weren't getting their value with. So our mentorship community, when that opens back up, though, that would be a good one. Man, Amanda, send me a message. Even though it's closed, I can send you a link and you can get in still on the cheap side of things. And I'll stay that way. I'm a sucker. And it's never been about the money for me. It's always about the education. It's always been about seeing people's success, because I feel if we're able to help somebody out today, they're going to help somebody out down the road. Maybe I'm just naive, but that's what I feel. Okay. We went 2 hours strong. 2 hours strong on stuff, right? We went 2 hours strong on stuff. I've got, for the most part, everybody loved this design. I got a 5. I'm still down with that. I'll still take a 5 for it. We got to make the light shine one more time. We got to make the light shine one more time on it, so that way. Oh God, I just love how that looks. Like there, see, you can definitely see how that holographic right in that spot really gets us off on that. Whoa, 16 facets, man. The 16 facets AB. You need to check those ones out, order them up, use them a lot. I want to see all your designs. I want to see the stuff that you guys make. As we continue, don't forget, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We do Makers and Movers podcast. All-Star Training, we'll have that tomorrow at 11 or noon. I got to look and see. We'll see what time that is. We've got that tomorrow. Then Hall of Fame on Thursday. Next Tuesday, we'll do another Tuesday with Todd. We will do ball drop second to last Tuesday of the month. We'll do those once a month. DTF Gangify app is being built out. That should be by the 1st. Wizard 6 subscription by the 1st is still in the works. Canes machines back online by the 1st. Stock coming back in. We're getting it. We're getting it all. There, go for it. Is the webinar still loosely planned for the 17th? Yes. So if we were needing help in the fourth quarter, Crystal, do me a favor. I know you're going to work either overnight or early in the morning, whatever. In our group chat, remind me to get that done tomorrow, where I'll at least get it scheduled so then I can add to it, because I got the basic framework for it, and we can go through that. I think one of the best things that Crystal has liked from that is that, she had a question about how we can use some of this stuff to create content. My favorite one is moldy cheese, because Crystal loves moldy cheese. And I said, here's how we can create something with moldy cheese. And she loved it. So if you see anything moldy cheese, send it to Crystal. She loves moldy cheese, and she will be super excited about that. But we'll do that webinar next Wednesday, the 17th at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. It'll be there, but I will get that scheduled tomorrow. We'll start promoting that. We can get there for it. So we've got that coming up. All right. Anything else before they just wrap this up? Any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need from it? Right? They are those premium ones are sweet. And we might have some more premium ones coming too and some other stuff. So I'm super excited on that. That's a great thing that we've looked at, Peggy. A calendar on the membership page, so it can be at a glance. We've looked at that way. The easiest way that we think we can do it is if we just have a general Google Doc, Google Calendar, where you can go to, and then that's all pulled in from there. Working with stuff on the back end of it. So yes, because I like that too, where I can go through and click on it and have it scheduled with it. So 100%. Amanda, message me, send an email, info@therhinestoneworld.com, put in the subject thing mentorship group, info@therhinestoneworld, because then I'll send you the link there. So yes, send that for it. We'll get it. Evelyn, thank you so much. We love that. I love that. Sweet. Yeah. Like I said, we're working on tons of stuff in the back end to make it all about you guys. We want you guys to be satisfied. We want you to know that you're getting your value. Or I was just playing with a sticker. You ever do that? Something stuck there. All right. Almost might pull the trigger. Yes, you will. You're going to pull the trigger on it. I show you that to you. Tim, how many times do I show you how easy it is? Like, everybody's seen the crisscross designs, that they're showing how to Canva. We made that in the Wizard the other day, right? We made that in the Wizard in our mentorship community. Where I'm like, cool, let me run through this. So, and we figured out some ifs and ands about it, but it was fun. It was fun. Love that. Jocelyn, thank you for all you do for us in order. You're very welcome. Perfect. I'll send 2 emails after I get back from the gym. The gym. Do that. Excited to get back on track. We're excited to get you back on track too. All right. You guys have an amazing night. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m., bright and early. Bells on and all. I'll probably wear the same sweatshirt. I just take it off and put it right there. So that way I have it on. If you're in our memberships, guess what? This design's yours to download. Hashtag. What's the hashtag, Pilar? The hashtag. Do we come up with the hashtag so we can give some stuff away? I'm looking. I don't see a hashtag in here. Raffles, design work, hashtag event. I see hashtag event, but I don't see a hashtag in it. So Pilar will put that in there. And we're going to give some more credit away for it because why not? Why not? That's what it is. We want to see that. TRW crew. That's what it is. Hashtag TRW crew. And you go ahead and use this and you will be able to do it. All right. Everybody have a great night. Until next time. Peace, love, press on. We will see you then.